Farcaster. It is Friday, November 17th, and we are here, Adrian and the Nounish Prof, talking about all things Farcaster for 21 minutes to start your day. How are you doing today, Adrian? What's going on? I'm
Good
trying to connect as
morning.
well. I'm connecting as well to Unlonely. I'm not in the chat yet. I'm like, how did I get disconnected? You just did the same thing. Like we got
We're
disconnected.
we're 26 episodes in, and we're still having technical difficulties. 2 minutes ago, right before we went live, um, microphones weren't working, headphones weren't working,
Yeah, you know.
um, and now Warpcast isn't working, and we can't pull up links. So,
Fun.
GM, how is your Friday?
How was your Friday? Ours is really interesting. Yeah, so we're gonna plug along here. It's pretty funny, like that we still are having issues, but at least Adrian's voice was a robot like 5 minutes ago, so things are improving. Um, GM to any of our chatters, we're glad you're here. We have the best chat, by the way. They're so fun. Appreciate them. All right. So I'm going to start with some of our links and then we'll see how this goes because my links aren't working. But let's start with, oh, right. As soon as I did that, it's gone. That's so hilarious. We'll start with Arjan. We have, this was really cool. It came out of a discussion from yesterday and thinking about how to craft in art and open source DNA. It was an article by Pierre Paz. Um, and he had a unique experience in a chateau with the with internet people from Web3, AI, crypto, and traditional art. And I really loved this sort of new art manifesto of internet era. I thought that was kind of cool. Um, and Arjan, we always love when you share sort of ideas and things with us because it's always really fun. And it kind of goes along with, and I don't think I have that link available, but it kind of goes along with what something Dan posted yesterday about knowing people on the internet better, the people that friends that you've made along the way better than some of the people you interact with every day in IRL. So I find that to be very true. What are your thoughts on those two things there?
Yeah, loved it. And just again, thank you, Arjan, for
Yeah.
sending us the link. We love it when people send us things that you're finding because
Yeah.
it's hard to keep up. Pierre wrote a very long essay. I started reading it, understood some of his thesis in the beginning. I apologize, Pierre. I didn't read the whole thing, but we'll link it.
Yep.
And I thought it was fascinating because in some ways it was his essay was a little inaccessible to me immediately. Like I had to really read it slowly to think about it. And it's
Mm,
because well, one, I think he's French and maybe not first language, but I don't think that's even the issue. I think it was I'm not an artist. My
mm,
experience, I have a STEM background. I'm coming from science and tech. I have so much love and appreciation and awe for artists. So I
yeah.
really enjoyed hearing what he was writing from the artist perspective. So I thought it was an important essay and there was a lot in it. I just had to really kind of take my time as I was
Yep.
reading it.
I agree, yeah.
Um,
I
as
like what you're saying about the artist perspective. My son's an amazing artist, so I have this love of all things art anyway, but that perspective is just very different. It's not the way my brain works exactly, so I get yeah,
so
absolutely.
excellent. Yeah. So I just love that we got to see it and kind of go on that journey reading it. And kind of on that internet friends, right? So it's kind
Yeah.
of, art's been around since the history of probably the Big Bang.
Cave the cave drawings. We go back to the cave
Mhm.
drawings and the hieroglyphics.
Yeah. So I was talking to an IRL friend yesterday who's an artist. She's a very un-internet person. She's
Hmm.
and she does a pottery class or an art class at an art museum near where I live. And she says, I drop in and there's a and she said, everyone is so different, but we all have art in common. And it's a
Oh.
different group of
Hmm.
people. And she said it feels so good to her. And I was like, that's kind of like the internet because she knows what I
Looks like
do.
Farcaster. Yeah.
It's like Farcaster, you kind of drop
Yeah.
in, there's people there, you connect on ideas. So there's we're finding
There's
patterns.
overlaps. There's patterns, there's overlaps. Um, I have to ask, what is in the background there? You gotta, what is your background today?
Yeah,
And then
and
I'll,
GM everyone in the chat. Um, by the way, Cyber Shakti, good to see you, and Woofy
yes,
and Aryan. Um, so this is a hyperpunk manifesto. Check out Noor posted it. You probably only see a piece of it in my background. Um,
very cool. And I think
and
that was one of
we'll
our
post the
links that
link
we were
to it.
gonna show, but it's not currently showing up. Oh, by the way, this is my little flamingo friend here that one of my former students brought to me this week because she knows I love flamingos. So she brought me this like gift bag with all this flamingo stuff. Um, Hyperpunk, yes. And I'm just looking through some of the chat. Um,
So
and
hyperpunk is all
apparently
about, but
our VIP room. Okay, so there's a VIP room now in Unlonely. Let me just explain this. We don't know what it is. We don't know how to use it. And we are, yes, there is a new interface to Woofy. We have no idea what the VIP room is. But you are all our VIPs. So we will definitely be figuring this out if we can. We have no idea what that is. Yeah, we have no idea what the VIP room is. We don't have the token enabled for us on Unlonely yet. We're a little nervous about that at the moment. So we're gonna wait until, we'll just wait a little bit longer and then we'll figure out what the VIP room is. But I think it's for upcoming yeah, Unlonely's doing something called the Riz Olympics coming up soon. It's about charisma, who has the most charisma. And that's, I think, related to that. So they're building out some features related to that, but no idea what it is. Um, but we do if you try not
Cyber
to throw
Shakti, are
hands.
you in? Cyber Shakti, are you in the Riz Olympics? Did I maybe see you
Really?
in a promo? Let us
Oh,
know, because then we'll promote you. Um,
this is gonna be fun. Yeah, I don't know. If you are, let us know. Yep, she's my dark horse. All right, there we go. We know who we're betting on. We're betting on Shakti. Okay. Moving on. I don't even know what we're moving on to, by the way, because we'll see if my links are actually working. Um, oh, this was kind of cool. Farcaster Admin has launched Kettle on Product Hunt, and they published a white paper. And it's an exclusive anonymous app for founders and VCs, which I think this is interesting type of product. So that just launched, and I also, and of course, I'm not going to find that link right now. I think it was on Twitter actually, where Dan had posted something about how many businesses, how many startups had launched due to Farcaster. And I think that is really cool. And I think it was about 11, something like that, or seven, something like that. And that's pretty amazing that we can see all these launches happening and people really kind of digging into this little Farcaster incubator, if you will, or accelerator. Um, our chat has gone a little crazy at the moment. So,
okay, and I'm not. So I don't see what you're. I don't see what you're sharing. So when you say Farcaster admin, you're talking about Bora Dutch,
Birch, yeah, Burdage. Yeah,
Bora
yes,
Dutch,
yes,
How'd you
yes,
say?
Burdage. I don't
Okay,
know. I don't know. That's why I said
Bordich.
Farcaster admin. It's,
Um,
yeah,
Someone
Burdage.
posted on Farcaster a few weeks ago, when you see the heart sign, like I heart Farcaster, let's say, what do you
Yes.
say in your head? Do you say love, like, heart, or is it just like an emoji? You just have fully gone
In my
internet
head, I
and you
usually
just kind of,
say heart. I usually say I heart. Yeah.
but that's an example of like, I read Farcaster admin, but I will,
You
I
say
don't
Burdage.
say Farcaster admin, Bordutch.
It's funny.
Nice try.
I just was like, I
You
don't
can't.
want to mispronounce this name. So it's really cool to see all these different launches and have this like new sort of organic Web3 incubator. I think that's just really, really cool. And that to continuously see that happen is pretty amazing. Um, Again, our links are a little off. Oh, I loved this. Channel stats. We have some new channel stats and highlights, and I thought this was really cool to see. They, really kind of broke down individual channels so you can see who's posting, who's in the leaderboard. reactions, contributors. I'm showing the one for Farcast Her that you had posted. Content types I thought was interesting. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I see. Plain text versus other links and images. Hourly breakdown. That's pretty useful to know how what different times are active. We can tell what our sort of most popular time zones are. So I thought these channel stats were super helpful to, the QDAO, if you will. I think that's can be really useful information to see how we can move forward on the QDAO. Have you started any boosting or anything yet as channel lead? Has that
I've
gone
been
active?
boosting.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, I've been boosting. By the way, just back on the channel stats, what I love, on the theme
Yeah.
this week of permissionless innovation, the WordCast team built channel stats. So if you go to the web, take any channel on the URL, do /stats, it'll come up with stats.
Mm,
There's like a handful of
that's
these
really
other,
cool.
but yeah, so they've
So
done
you
it,
just go
and that's
into any
great.
channel and just do slash stats and it'll, oh,
Yep.
wow, that is awesome. That's really awesome. Um,
But I just love that anyone else can build it too. And I
yeah,
thought this new dashboard was different. So just it's such there's just an explosion of creativity,
yeah, it's very
and
cool. Very
it's
cool.
awesome.
And I just really think that the channel stats can be super helpful to see what's working and what's not, especially if you're trying different approaches for engagement to, get more people active and connecting. I think it's going to be really helpful to have that data for sure. Um, okay, I'm just looking really quick. Um, to add FC or lens. Okay. So yeah, VIP badges. I see chatbot talking about buying badges. I have no idea what that is. We don't know what's going on with Unlonely. There's lots of new things and we just haven't been informed. So we're just ignoring some of those new features because we don't know how to use them yet. Okay, moving on. Dan, what's stopping your most online friend from regularly using Farcaster? I thought this was a fantastic question. Um, and there were some, pretty what do you think it is? And then we'll talk about some of the most common answers and what we think it might be.
I don't have a lot of online friends, and most of my online friends I met on Farcaster and were using it. So
All
I'm
my
not a
online
good
friends are using it.
I'm not a good person to ask. I think we've talked before. Dan has uses the new
Mhm.
world analogy of when you're very
Mhm.
online and you find a platform that you're getting everything from, why move somewhere where there's less activity, less
Right.
engagement, um, and and maybe less spice and the
Yeah.
negatives.
I think it comes down like and I think this kind of goes with his question that he asked. I think it was last week about what brought you here? Like what got you posting every day? Like trying to figure out what that was and what got you coming back every day. And that's part of it's all connected, right? So the things that have make me come back every day may not apply to other um uh-oh. I just got an OBS studio disconnecting. Okay, reconnection.
Uh-oh.
It's reconnected. Okay, I think we're okay. We might have had just a little glitch. Hopefully you guys still see us. Okay. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. So for me, it was at first when they added the channel for the DAOs, it gave me a reason to be back there every day. But then that's not what kept me interested. It was more the other conversations that were happening. So I think about some of my um online friends who are, that I know from real life, but are online a lot, like colleagues I work with, and I've gotten them on Farcaster, but they still haven't connected. They still haven't been there doing things every day. And I keep coming back and being like, what about this thing? Have you checked out this channel? And for them, I'm trying to get them interested in the founders channel from a perspective of research, right? Because it's just this wealth of data and interesting things happening around founders for entrepreneurship at academics, but I just still can't get them to make that connection quite there. So it's interesting to figure out what is that motivating factor. So I love, watching Dan kind of go through this process to kind of figure out what are the levers we can pull to get people coming back every day and really engaging and adding quality to the platform. So I think that's really
I
interesting.
think, yeah, as lowly citizens, I think the best we can do is honestly when you see people just like and reply to people.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
don't just do the one way casting if we've been here a long time, and
good
don't
point.
just talk to the people you've known for a
Hmm.
year. You see new names, you see people just, it's like give out the likes, give out the responses and bring people in.
And Doofy wants to know what's it like to have a lot of friends. Doofy's, are all your friends online? I'm gonna guess they're all online and all on chain. All my friends are on chain, actually. How about that? It's even more so. Next level.
I've
And
met
that
the
was
Woofy. I don't
yeah,
believe you don't have a lot of
yeah,
friends.
I know, right?
You're the
He's the life
easiest
of the
person to be
party.
friends with.
Very true. Very, very true. And speaking of, I am so jealous of all the folks who are in Istanbul right now. Um, one of the things I think one of the links that I was going to pull up, but I don't think it's working right now, were some shots from SheFi at DevConnect, which was a female founder focused Web3 focused event, and we had like Grace from Unlonely was there, Winnie, so there were a few Farcaster women representing and doing the deal out there and speaking on panels and all of that. So shout out to all of them, amazing, and it was great to see you all doing your thing in Istanbul. And there's a Farcaster meetup that's happening tomorrow. Um, don't know what time, but sometime tomorrow at Dev Connect. So make sure you're there. I know Bill Z is going to be speaking and a few other people are going to be there. So make sure if you are at Dev Connect that you get connected with the Farcaster crew. My FOMO is crazy too. Yes. The FOMO of I did not realize how much FOMO I was going to have on that one. There's some things that I see coming and I'm like, oh, I wish I could be there. This one I did not like anticipate that I would have so much FOMO. That it looks like it's a pretty amazing time. Anytime there's a big Farcaster meetup, I have FOMO too. There's that too, right? Okay.
Is there
What
Florida? Are there Floridian forecasters
there
near
are,
you?
and I'll be seeing some of them. So we're doing a big thing around Art Basel in Miami on December 7th, and I'm going to start sharing that more today. So if you're going to be in Miami on December 7th, we're doing something called Bagels and Builders, and it's Lil Nouns, Builder DAO, Purple, any Nounish DAO, but also we want to bring the Farcaster builders in too. And Jesse from Base, Jesse Pollock, will be there doing a little lightning talk. So if you're going to be around in Miami in early December, come on by. So it'll be fun. Um, all these ad hoc sessions. Yes, at Dev Connect. I think it's fantastic. All right, a few more things. Chris co-created, dropped the second floor of the Scenius Spire, capturing Farcaster fall moments. Each leaf is a creation from the Farcaster community, and I saw mine in there, which was kind of fun. And it's a video, and I love it. I love it's sort of a take on the piece that Jack did with the falling leaves, but then taking the art pieces and turning them into that for the piece. It's really beautiful. Uh, did you get a piece in there? I think you did. I think your did your essay end up in there? I think it did.
I the art I think I put the artwork for my essay I put in
Okay.
to an arch.
Okay.
And
That's what I
Chris
thought.
and I know Chris is holding a live
Yes.
session this morning, his afternoon, whatever.
Yes,
So
I'm not sure what time it is, but
to
yes, Chris co-created. Go check that
okay.
out. He is doing, yes, a session later today. Let me see if I can pull that up. So, and I think that's going to be on Unlonely. So check that out later today. Uh, and we are getting close to the end here. What did I miss that was key points, Adrian? Oh, wait a minute. I got one more thing that I can pull up. Minted this little guy with warps. The Fennec Fox is out. Our next upgrade protocol mint. So, and this was minted with warps. So it was very exciting. I love the Fox. It's so Adrian, and that was the other thing, and I don't think I have that one up. I don't have that link, but the post from Phil, I think it was Phil who posted that I don't know if you're inspiring a lot of what's happening here, but we have a fox. When we had the OG Farcaster, I'm sorry, it was definitely you. It was like the prompt was like Adrian standing in front of a Farcaster arch, ready to welcome people and also protect the vibes with a gun. Uh, it's like completely you. So it's kind of funny. You're the inspiration here. It's
No
hilarious.
comment.
It's so funny. Oh, they're doing a Zoom. Okay, cool. Chris Co-Create is doing a Zoom. If you are if DM him if you are interested. And yes, your essay is in the Seniors too. Also, I thought it was. I thought I saw something and it looked like your thing. So pretty cool. Thanks for clarifying, Chris. And we will eventually do a European trip. One of these days, we will get over to see you. And we are at the end
We're
of our time. What did I miss? Go ahead.
well, I still have like 5 links I didn't get to talk about,
I
but we're
know.
5
I know.
minutes. I mean, we're over time.
Go. Let's go.
I just saw though in the chat, hot off the press, Cyber Shakti is doing a meme-a-thon in 10 minutes.
Cool.
Where
Where?
if you can, where is that? Where is a
Yes.
meme-a-thon and how do
Shakti,
we?
tell us where the meme-a-thon is going to be so we can share and attend and figure out what you're doing. That's pretty cool. Awesome. And uh what else did we GM Farcaster FAQ is out and it's pretty cool. So go read it. The FAQ. We got to frequently asked questions now. And it's kind of hilarious, especially the part my favorite part was do you have enough to talk about for 3 times a week? And it's just the answer is just yes. Yes. Yes, we do. We have yes.
There's
We
enough.
could do this
There's
every
enough.
day easily, but we can't because we have lives. But we'd love to, but
Yeah.
we can't. Okay, and anything else quick before I forget? And Cyber Shakti has dropped a link in the chat. So check out
Awesome.
check her out on Warpcast, and you'll see that link as well as to where she's doing her meme-a-thon.
Great. All right. Well, a lot
Anything
going
else?
on. Happy Friday. Have a
Happy
great
Friday.
weekend and
Happy Friday.
grateful for everyone in the audience.
Yeah, thank you. And the last couple days to vote on Purple's prop house. So we'd love your votes. But also, there's a lot of amazing builders in there. So make sure you vote if you are a member of Purple. And one last thing, I'll be on Twitter Spaces at 12:30 Eastern. So a few hours from now, celebrating Builder DAO's Builderversary. 1 year of Builder DAO. We're gonna do a little retrospective, and I don't know, maybe I'll give something away. I should give something away. I'll probably give something away. And that's it. I make these decisions live. We do it live, Adrian. Hopefully everything's streamed fine. We got a little message at one point that OBS was like, nope, but it seems to be fine. We'll see you all on Monday. Have an amazing weekend and GM Farcaster. Bye bye.